Hi, so it's so amazing to finally talk to you again because I haven't made a video in such a long time, and this is a topic that I think is so interesting and I want to talk about it. So, when I attended the Dutch Fruit Festival back in July 2019, so this year, we made a challenge. So, I met some amazing, inspiring people, and we said, yeah, we love being raw vegan, but somehow it's very difficult for us to stick raw vegan, to stick to a raw vegan diet. And that's when we said, okay, let's do a challenge. I want to be raw vegan, you want to be raw vegan, together it's much easier. So I think we were about like 10 or 11 people who said we want to do a challenge to be raw vegan, 100% raw vegan till Christmas, and we see how it goes. And the supervisor kind of was Katja. She is an inspiring person. She and her husband have been raw vegan for many years now. They're both professional athletes, and yeah, and she's also working with cancer patients and she's helping them with a raw vegan diet, which is mind-blowing and absolutely interesting. And she said, I'm going to help you. And she helped us so much. Like, we did coaching calls with her. We had, like, every question that we had, she answered, which was insane. So, how was the challenge? The challenge was, in the beginning, super easy because after the Dutch Fruit Festival, I attended the UK Fruit Festival. And I mean, it's 1 week, or it was 8 days of just super easy raw veganism because everybody was eating raw vegan, so it was so easy. And then, it was summertime, so a lot of fruit were available. But the problems started when I was attending university in October because, until October I had a lot of time. I mean, of course, I had to work part-time job, but still I had a lot of time to prepare meals, and it was like so easy to be raw vegan. And maybe I had a little bit nuts and seeds that were maybe not raw vegan, or I had a sauce that was not 100% raw vegan, but apart from this I was really 100% raw vegan, and I felt amazing. I felt incredible, really incredible. But then university started and everything got so much because in Germany, I don't know how it's in different countries, but in Germany it's really that you have half like 4 month university and it's full stress. Like, you really have to do a lot for university, and then you have around 2 months or 1.5 months of free time where you don't have anything to do. So it's really weird. And in October my university started, and I had a lot of things to do. So really, I had courses the whole day, and so it got super stressful. And that's when I started to incorporate more cooked food into my diet, or just some cooked food into my diet, for different reasons. And I've made a list of different reasons because I think that learning about the reasons can also help you if you want to stay and stick to a raw vegan diet. So the first one was um, more logistics, because I was running around with 2 bags. So one bag of food, of raw vegan, like fruit and vegetables, and one bag of just my university stuff. And it was kind of a lot that I was carrying. And, I got to university super early in the morning and came back super late in the evening. And I always had so much stuff. And it was like, I just don't want to have so much stuff anymore that I'm carrying everywhere around me. So that was the first thing. And also just seeing my peers, my fellow students, to have such an easy life made it for me even more difficult, because for them it was like they have cereals in the morning, and then they have maybe in the university they just get, I don't know, they buy something for like 4 euros, 5 euros, and then they don't have to think about food until it's evening. And if you go raw vegan, that's often not the case, because you really have to take care about having enough fruit and vegetables at home, preparing enough fruit and vegetables. So it really takes effort and time to be healthy and to be raw vegan. It really, I'm super, I make the simplest meal. Sometimes I just take bananas and pears with me. So really simple, really simple, but it still takes time to go grocery shopping and to have all this food at home. It still takes time. That was really something that was like, my friends, they just, they don't care about food and they're happy. And for me, I really had to prepare stuff and, take stuff with me. So that was definitely one thing. And also I got really sick of the fruit in because it got colder, and of course the fruit quality was not the best, and now it's a lot of bananas, so I got really sick of bananas. And it is so much easier to just eat a vegan pizza, or to just eat, I don't know, vegan whatever, to buy a vegan sandwich, because you don't have to think about anything and it's so much easier. And yeah, but of course I know that it's just short time satisfaction, because in the long run, when you, for example, just eat cereals in the morning and just eat super unhealthy food, it will be bad for your health and there is no escape. I mean, you can't, in the end, in the long run, it's going to be affecting your health in a negative way if you do not take care of your health. So I always had to remind myself that investing in my health and really preparing healthy food is a great investment, because it's in the long term. So that was really what I've learned. And yeah, and I think I've tried different things. I've tried to make salads at home and take them to university, and I try to eat in my university. They have kind of a buffet, and I tried to eat raw vegan options there, but it was always very difficult for me to get in enough calories, because I had a lot of courses, like one course after another course after another course. So sometimes it was very hard for me to have enough time to eat enough calories from fruit, because if you are on a fruit-based diet, or if you eat a lot of fruit, you really have to eat a lot more volume than when you eat cooked food. So for me, it was really like, I tried to eat a lot, like enough calories from fruit, but sometimes it was tricky, and sometimes I was just so sick of bananas or something. So I was kind of, I don't want it, and then I was hungry. And because the reason, when you don't eat enough calories, I felt emotional and cold and not my best, actually. So in the evening, when I came home from university, I would actually have the opportunity to stay raw vegan, but then I was so hungry when I came home from university, because I didn't have enough time to eat enough calories, that I came home and just wanted something cooked, or binged on something cooked, so cooked vegan meals or something. So if you want to stick to a raw vegan diet, really make sure that you're eating enough calories from fruit. And a good way is smoothies. So if you have the opportunity to maybe have a blender at your work, you can make smoothies, or you maybe take smoothies with you, because they are super high in calories, and that definitely helps. Yeah, and the next reason why I failed on this challenge was because I kind of had a breakup. And then in the beginning, I thought like, it's not bad at all, it doesn't affect me. But in the end, it really affected me so much, and I was so heartbroken, and my self-worth was so low. Like, I didn't felt that I deserve good health or deserve anything, and I was really like really low on my self-worth. And slowly I started to invest more in my health again and everything like this. So I think that emotional stuff can really affect you, because when I'm super happy and when everything is going great, it's so easy for me to stick to a raw vegan diet, because I'm happy and I want to eat food that makes me feel alive. But when I'm sad and when I'm depressed, I usually subconsciously want to stick around in this depressed mood, and it's hard for me to eat super healthy or to get out of this mood. So really, even though maybe you're depressed, and for me, even though it's hard, still eating super healthy, still going to exercise is really going to help you to get out of this depressing phase of your life. So yeah, and maybe another aspect that made me fail on a raw vegan challenge was that I was also getting sick, because And when university started, I think 1 month later, I was so stressed that I was eating more cooked food. And the interesting thing is that what was because my body was reacting a lot on me eating cooked food. Because my body was like, you ate so healthily the last, I don't know, maybe 4 months. Because before I started this challenge, I was like 90% or 95% raw vegan for already 3 months or something. So I ate super healthy for a long time, and now eating vegan cooked food really affected my body in a bad way. And so I got sick, and then I missed a lot of courses. And also, yeah, I don't know, it was, I questioned like, is this raw vegan diet really working? But then I got help from Katja, and she explained a lot to me that being sick is not necessarily a bad sign. It just means that your body is getting rid of toxins, is cleaning, and it's actually a good sign. So that was what I've learned. And yeah, and also I had to repeat a lot of classes, so it was extra work, so it was stressful in the next week, so just very stressful. And yeah, and then another reason I think why I failed on this raw vegan challenge was because the fruit quality in Germany was not the best, so I tried to eat more raw vegetables like raw pumpkin or raw mushrooms, but they didn't make me feel so good because I was then bloated, because I didn't digest them as well as fruit. So now I know that really sticking to fruit is just the way to go for me, definitely. And yeah, I think what else? I didn't sleep enough because again I was stressed from university and I had this heartbreak. And because I had this heartbreak, the only thing that I really craved was to distract myself from this heartbreak. So I wanted to go partying and meet a lot of new people and socialize. Like I really craved to talk with so many people. So I went almost every second day to some social event or party. So I often came home at like, I don't know, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. And because when I go to a party, I danced for like 5 hours, 6 hours, and then I came home and I binged on vegan cooked food, vegan or just fruit and vegetables, but I binged. And then I was super tired. And whenever I'm super tired, I have zero discipline. But I mean, now I'm over this breakup and now I feel so much better. And it's like sometimes I go dancing, but it's not like every second day. It's more like once a week, sometimes twice a week, but more just once a week. And yeah, and I'm much more balanced and I have more sleep, which makes it so much easier for me to stick to a super healthy raw vegan diet, or mostly raw vegan diet. And I think that's it. I think that's what I wanted to talk. And maybe because sometimes I went to a party and then I came home at like 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. and then I didn't eat because I wasn't hungry, because I had all of those emotions, and went straightly to sleep. And then I woke up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. super hungry, so I ate more fruit and vegetables and then I slept again. So yeah, I think that I've learned definitely a lot. So things that I've realized. So I've realized that to a great health, it doesn't really matter only that you eat raw vegan. I mean, what you eat plays a huge role, like no joke. But it still matters that you exercise and that you have healthy relationships. Matters so much, like your mental health as well matters so much. And for me, sometimes to make compromises is kind of not the worst decision. For example, when I go out with friends and we go having a drink, I'm going to drink a tea, or maybe, I don't know, another example. That was a bad example. Another example, when a person offers me something cooked, I don't know, so, like, and I wanted, like, I'm going to eat it. And for me, what I want to say is that it's not the end of the world if I eat cooked food. Like, I'm not saying like, oh my god, I ate something cooked, so now I have to do like 7 enemas or something. Like, that's not me. I'm more like, I love to eat raw vegan because it makes me feel my best. Like, I feel incredible energy and I feel so light and amazing when I eat raw vegan, fruit-based raw vegan. But sometimes life gets messy, and sometimes for me it's okay to eat something cooked. And I also want to have this option, so I don't want to label myself as 100% raw vegan and then, I don't know, have a mental breakdown or whatever if I eat something cooked. That's for me not healthy. Like, I want to have this freedom in eating vegan cooked food. The next thing is that I'm very grateful for this challenge, and I'm very grateful for Katja, that she really helped us so much and gave us so much information, and I'm very grateful for that. And what else? Exactly. And that cooked food is definitely, my English is so bad. It's definitely so addictive, because once I started to eat a vegan cooked food, I wanted to have more of it. So it was very interesting to see, and also how my body reacted on a cooked food diet. And I think that's it. So yeah, and of course, I mean, what I've learned is that winter sucks for me, for a fruitarian, for a fruit-based vegan, because all I crave is really tropical fruit and, I don't know, the beach and the sun. And yeah, I think maybe if you think about visiting Germany as a fruitarian, go visit Germany in the summer, because in winter it can be hard. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you could learn something, and I wish you a beautiful, beautiful day. Goodbye. Bye, Philip.